Hello, hello, chat. Welcome in. We have some funky hair. Ah, all right. There we go. This is gonna be a very chill, vibey stream. A good one to get some work done with, hang out with me, maybe draw. Vibe. Thank you for the hydrate. So we have a funky little thing today, y'all. A sponsor. We have a sponsor for today's stream. So that's kind of bonkers. I have been reached out to by Skillshare. So today, we are sponsored by Skillshare, y'all. It's kind of fun, kind of neat. So I have my own Skillshare link now. We have a fancy little guy. Look at that. So we have the fancy Skillshare link that you can get Skillshare for a month for free, which is pretty cool. Fun little thing with this. I actually have been wanting to try Skillshare for a while because I always see YouTubers I really like work with it. And I didn't know this. My husband already uses Skillshare. He's been using it to learn how to do audio mixing and better video editing, which is kind of cool. So that's neat. You see a dress in the background? Yes, because we are going to be sewing today. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I am pretty excited because when they first reached out, they want you to kind of, work on a project, work on something kind of fun that you have kind of learned in, learned some skills from one of their classes. And I did a little look around on Skillshare and immediately found that a YouTuber I really like has a class on exactly what I wanted to do. So that was kind of awesome. I found out that Bernadette Banner, a very cool YouTuber, has a hand sewing class, which, fun fact, all of my sewing is hand sewing. I entirely hand sew everything I do. So this was kind of really cool to see. I was really excited because all of my hand sewing has been mostly self-taught. And so I watched this whole class and I have actually learned things, which is really cool. I mean, okay, that would be the point of a class, is to learn things, but I was really excited. So today, you guys get to help me work on my Espeon Magical Girl cosplay that I am making for the Denver Fan Expo's cosplay contest. Fun fact, my sister and I are submitting these to their cosplay contest, and I'm very excited. So, the piece I have in the background this is Miranda. My dress form has a name. Her name is Miranda. She's lovely. She is wearing the completed skirt, and today we are working on the bodice, which sounds just so fancy. I have pieces of the bodice ready, and we're just gonna keep rolling, but now I have new things to try, which is exciting. So let me go over to my little desk cam. Hello. And guess what else I can do? I can show you guys the class, which is kind of neat. So this is the class that I learned a lot from today, which is the hand sewing basics, which, fun fact, the very first thing is just tools and materials. And I already learned things because I just thought that it's just it's a needle and thread. What's the difference? I genuinely didn't know that there was like I didn't know the actual differences in how like needles are. needles and threads and materials and stuff. So I have a few new little tools to use today that I want to give a test. I want to give a little try. Because I want to see how if she right. I want to learn. So some things that I have around me. This is my little tomato. It's so full of pins. So Bernadette recommended using a size 10 sewing needle if you have a fabric that is kind of tight woven. My fabrics that I'm using today, let's see, we'll get out the smaller piece over here real quick. I am using satins. So I have a satin fabric, lining fabrics, and interfacing fabrics that I am using today. And so yeah, my little tomato is a pin cushion. I should have maybe actually said what it was. It's a pin cushion, but it's just a little tomato. So since I have a satin, which is one of the ones that she talks about, I'm going to be trying and using the needle size that she recommended, which is interesting. I've never paid attention to like needle size, which is silly because I know that they are different. I know that needle sizes are a thing. But oh my goodness. So, I got size 10 sewing needles. I also got smaller pins because I realized my pins are actually kind of thick. And she talks about this with tighter woven fabrics, is that the larger pin, like needle or pin that you have, it can actually kind of mess up the threading. And I don't want to do that. And I've definitely noticed it a few times, especially with the other material I have. I have a satin, this is called bias tape, which is something I had no idea what it was until this project. Fun fact, my sister, Dell, the one that sometimes shows up on streams, is a very good seamstress. And so something that I've had to do a bunch is learn from her. Because while I do sew, I don't sew super fancy things. This is my first time using a full-on pattern. I've never used a pattern like this. It's very complicated. And it's been so stressful, but it's been okay. And I've been working on it. So bias tape is a fancy fabric thing where it is also made of satin. This, at least mine is in particular. It has a little, it's a little folded over piece. You can see it's folded over twice on itself. And it lets us give pretty edges. Like, for example, this is here, I'll switch back to my face cam for a moment. This is the bias tape on. It's very pretty. It's very shiny. And we also have it on the edge of this piece. I have a half-finished bust cup right now. So we have this, and the bias tape will allow us to make little pretty edges where we're going to fold it over itself, and it'll make a nice pretty edge like that. See? It hides all the stitches. It's very pretty. Put that back over. Put it back over there. There we go. Boop, boop. So it has fancy details. But I've definitely noticed in this material that if you have too thick of a needle, it can like mess up the threading, which is very interesting. So we have those two. We have these. We have our fancy small needles. So these needles are size 5 through 10. So we're going to try out some of these guys. And the thing that made a lot of sense, and I should have probably tried this out earlier, talking about thimbles. Bernadette talks about thimbles. I have noticed in this this project, it's probably been the most I have ever poked myself. And I really hate the texture of a metal thimble. I really don't like it. And Bernadette talked about it. Literally, like, as I'm like, oh man, this would be cool, but I hate the feeling of a thimble. It's really icky to my brain. I don't like it. And so she recommended getting softer material thimbles, so getting things that are a little bit squishy. The one that she recommended, which I think is really interesting, was actually a leather thimble, which I do not have that, but I could find a little squishy guy. So now I have a little dude who we're gonna try and use him. We're gonna try and use him. And she said, like, one of the biggest things is, like, people will get the wrong sized thimble and then they don't like using thimbles ever again. And I didn't even know that that was a thing. I didn't know thimbles had sizes, but she's right. When we went to the store, there were a bunch of sizes and I found one that fit properly, and now I feel prepared. I feel prepared. So, my fidget toy is out here on my sewing supplies. But shall we get to some crafting today, y'all? We have our fancy new tools. We have our fancy things, which is very exciting. I'll put that. You get to go over there for me. Boop. Boop. All right. So I have a few different pieces today, and now I have to figure out which one I want to start with. Let's see. Because I could continue with the bust cups, or I could continue with some of the paneling. So let us take a look. Let us take a look. What do we want to work on? We have paneling, we have bust cups. Wow. So here we can do a little show. We can do a little show. Here we go. So I have the side paneling pieces. You know what, chat? Would you like to see what this actually looks like? Here, I could actually show what we're looking at. What we're looking at. I have it up here on my. Boop. Here. This is what we are making. I have it recolored in the colors that I'm making for Espeon. And I have kind of the side panels in progress and the bust cups in progress right now. But this is what we are working on. I'll put it back in its corner. You can go back to your corner. You can stay there. Boop, boop. So I have side panel pieces right now that we could be working on, where we're going to be doing kind of this pieces, or we have the bust cup pieces. Me and Miranda are very different sizes. Don't mind that. So let's see. What do you all think? Should we do a poll? Should we do a poll on which one you guys get to decide for me? What am I working on today? You guys want to help me decide what I work on? Let's see. New poll. All right. What do we start with? Side panels or cups? Boop. And we will do that at there. Start the poll. Woo. All right. Let us see. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do. All right. Decisions. Indeed, indeed. Decisions. Also, I need to make sure that my bot is doing a thing. Lovely bot, are you being correct? Are you doing the thing I told you to be doing? We have to check. It's in the rules. I need my bot to be doing the thing. Okay, let's check. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, it is. Good. I believe it is. Wonderful. Boop. Okay, there we go. Let us see. What are we starting with? Side panels. Wonderful choice. Thank you for letting me choose the easier thing. We gotta start with the easier piece. Hooray! Use a stuffed sports bra of my version of Miranda to make it more my size. Yeah, okay. I have totally seen some ways to like help make your like setup more to your size. I've seen people also do like you can make a pattern from your own body using like a duct tape. Which I've definitely considered doing, is padding out my model so that it's actually my size, which would probably be really helpful. Actually. But we have some side paneling to do. So I have on my funky little instructions right now. Whoop. There we go. I'll show the champ. We have a little side panel instruction right now. This is the step I am on, is now I have to sew the bias tape all the way around the entire edge of this piece, which is a time, but we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. So, we have this entire piece doesn't even fit in my camera space. This panel is large. So, oh yeah, no, I would not duct tape. I would not use duct tape as the base material. I would use duct tape to make a pattern to then, like, make a cloth version to put on Miranda. Sewing into duct tape would be terrible. And you get, like, your needles super gross if you start, like, sewing into an adhesive. It's awful. I hate it, actually. I hate sewing into adhesives. They're so gross. So, for this section here, should I move? I want to, where are you best to sit where you don't get in the way? I want you to stay up for chat to be able to see what we're doing. We might do this. Okay. So we need a length of bias tape this entire side. And I should probably learn how one properly ends bias tape, but I do not. So, oopsie whoopsie. Let's see. I've just been winging it with that one. It's been a time. So, let me see. We need about this much, and we will be sewing it to one side, and it will be fancy. It'll be so fancy. Okay. Now here's something that I need to know, that I need to learn still, is I feel like I never quite understand exactly how bias tape works. Never quite 100% understand. And maybe I need to find more sewing classes on Skillshare to be like, teach me how to use this magic material. Which is, I know that you sew one side of it down and you can do it all hidden like, but I don't know if you can get the second side hidden. Can you make the second side hidden? Or is it that side you just have to go all the way through and you just try and sew really, really nice so that it looks pretty? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I think we're going to get started with this. So, first step, I'm going to use my itty bitty baby needles. And I really want to see if the baby needles are better on the bias tape than my normal needles were. They're so small. Oh man, gee. Okay, wait. Let me do a little comparison. If you can see these in my hand. Okay, this is my normal sewing needle. This is the itty bitty dude. So small. So small. So little. And I think it's a little bit thinner. Hopefully it's thinner. That would kind of be the point. That would kind of be the point. I would be a little fool if I in fact just got shorter needles instead of like longer, you know, instead of thinner needles. I would be a little silly guy. So now we're just gonna pin a bunch. That's step one. Pinning all the way. Pinning. And fun fact, chat. So I have been working on this project a bunch. While playing, we've been playing Tears of the Kingdom, my husband and I, where we alternate who is playing. So, for about an hour, I will play Tears of the Kingdom. And then I will hand the controller to the Haze Band, and he will play Tears of the Kingdom. And with this, when he plays, I sew, or I draw, or I work on things. So I've been doing, say, I drew my merch designs while he was playing Tears of the Kingdom. I've been working on some pretty Fable things during Tears of the Kingdom. And recently, I have been sewing during Tears of the Kingdom. So we sit out there together. It's very fun. And it's a good way that, like, helps my brain be both, like, we're taking breaks and we're also having fun. We're taking breaks. We're also getting things done. We're having fun. We're spending time with the husband. It's good. And I am so pleased. And recently, I think last night when I was working on stuff, another thing that, like, just like little things that came up in the, in this little class by Bernadette was sewing against a soft cushion, or like pinning especially against a cushion that is like a firm material so that it has a little bit of support, but you can kind of like sort of stab through it a little bit and not matter. Actually, I realized I was totally doing it. I was pinning something against using the couch as like a little backboard of it, and then I went, wait, this is exactly what she said in the class. It was kind of funny. It was kind of funny. So right now, if you can see, I'm just doing a little row of pins all along this. And one of the other things that she talks about in this class is all of the different stitch types. Like, okay, wait, if I go over here, you can actually see the like lessons in the class are all the different stitch types that there are, which is so helpful because that was probably my biggest issue using a real pattern. There's a bunch of verbs and words that I had no idea what they meant. And so I kept having to bother Dell and be like, what is a basting stitch? I had no idea what that meant. Which was incredibly helpful. Shout out to Dell for helping explain it to me. And then getting to actually see it like visually with this class was really helpful. So for those that don't know, I believe, oh wait, and now I'm worried I'm saying it wrong. I think it's called a basting stitch. But like seriously, there is a slip stitch, an edge stitch, where's the other one? Where's my edge? Where's my fancy one? Understitch, baste. Okay, baste, it is called basting. Is when you sew to hold something in place that you're gonna take out later, which I had no idea what that meant. But now, actually, I can show an example. Let me grab the center panel piece real quick, because it actually has this. And actually, I should have shown this off sooner, because this piece is actually really pretty. I'm really excited about it, and it shows off kind of more what we're doing. So I'm gonna show the, whoops, that's not it, this one. So this is the center panel of the outfit, and you can see I have really large stitches. I even did it in a wrong colored thread, so I remembered to take it out later. And it's holding the interfacing in right now because I need the interfacing to line up, but it'll be held in place for real when I actually do the sewing. But then, so this piece is gonna be the panel right there. Isn't that pretty? It's gonna be what this, what the piece we're working on right now is attached to, is gonna be this. And I really like it. I really like how it looks. I'm so excited. But I didn't know what that word meant, which is such a time. I think that's actually kind of a huge issue when like learning a new skill. How dare you just tell me that there are 3 types of base stitching? Shh. Shh. I'm sure there are many. I went with the one that I learned. But one of the issues when you like are learning a new skill is just the vocabulary of what do these words mean? Like, what does I've never heard this word in this context. What does this mean? So I guess I would have been doing a based running stitch, I believe would be what that one is called. But I also sure learned through this Bernadette video that I might be doing like a slightly oopsie with this project in that most of my stitches are running stitches, which is just the in out, in out, in out, in out, which like I said is because I am a self-taught hand seamstress in that my grandmother sews awesome. My grandmother is super cool, super awesome at sewing. She taught my mom taught my sister, and it kind of like sort of skipped me. Like, I don't know. I feel like I sort of know how to hand sew from my family, but most of it was me just figuring it out. Oops. So I just don't do a whole lot of like fancy stitches. Yep, backstitch in there is what I really like. And that's what they even talk about in, you can even see it again. Look, we can look and look. The backstitch and the running stitch. The starting and stopping section was also really helpful because I definitely just use a knot to start most of the time. So it was interesting to like see how like to do. Yeah, learning it by winging it is often how I do. But sometimes it's kind of cool when you get the opportunity to like learn from someone that knows kind of what they're doing. And I think one of my things with this was the fact that I looked up sewing on Skillshare and the very first thing was hand sewing by a creator I adore. I was so excited. I was so excited. I need... Actually, wait, this thread line is hidden, so it actually doesn't matter what color this is going to be. So this color can be, I have cute matching threads. See, look at that match. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. I also have purple for the other one. Thank you for the hydrates. I'm so bad at reminding myself to drink water. Whoops. I have knocked over a fidget toy. It is fine. It is fine. Let's see. Okay. Also, I need to make sure. Okay, good. The bot is doing his job. We congratulate the Mothbot for doing his job. But yes, Bernadette is such a fun, like, creator to watch. I like her YouTube videos a lot. Oh, okay, wait. Here is something that I think that is a crazy helpful tool. This is a measuring gauge. And as you can see, it has a bunch of edges that are all different common sizing for seam allowances. It's awesome. I love this little tool. So this little tool is super helpful because you can just have it with you and be able to see all of the different measurements super easily available for seam allowances. It's super great. I love my little measuring gauge guy. He's wonderful. So here's my little, if we want, here's how I start my threads is I do typically a triple knot of, I wish you could like see my hands better. I don't know how to, here, wait, let me do the higher quality camera for a second and I'll do it up here. So when I start my thread, focus on my hands, not my face. I do a little loop and I just tuck my loop over that. So, boop. The issue is then being able to actually knot over that same knot on a thread can be such a time. I do a couple of knots in there and then thread my needle. Boop, boop. So I have little, oh my goodness, it's so small. There you go, you can kind of sort of see it. Little knot in there. You really don't need one, especially for, at least for satins. Satins are so tightly woven that you don't need a whole lot. When you start having a looser, like threaded material, that's when you have to figure out fancier ways to like start your threads, because otherwise it'll just slip through. My hair is doing something. I just took a shower this morning, so it's having a time. It's having a time. But shall we use our fancy new needle? We'll use our fancy new needle. Thread our needle. Boop. Okay. We shall figure out if this 10 feels nice. And if it doesn't, we might move down one to the 8. We might move down to the 8. I will check out also a little thimbly guy. Boop. Dyed your hair pink yesterday. I have only ever dyed my hair once, which seems wrong. That seems wrong of me. But I have not dyed my hair very often. Okay, let's do this. We can do this. I can figure this out. You know what? I'm going to leave a little bit of room on the tail end of this because I might have to do some funky pieces with the ending of my tape. And I don't want to mess with it too much. So, did Ray sew his own cape? I absolutely think so. I really like the idea that, and I have some lore thoughts on that, is that Ray handmade a lot of his like clothes, a lot of his stuff. It's why I really like the new the new cape that I have for him. Feels more correct where it has the stars like embroidered on, because that just feels more like in character for him. Oh my god. Okay, wait. We're gonna have to thimble to the side for a second while I remember how to stitch. Don't worry. Apparently my brain is on stream forgetting how to sew. Also, I'm definitely in a very different like sitting position and like holding position than I normally sew in, so that I can try and be sort of on camera. You know? That's a time. That's something I didn't think through when having to try and sew on stream. Which, by the way, y'all can probably thank Moth Moon for the encouragement that I actually am doing sewing on stream. Because I sure was like, oh, I want to do like cosplay stream stuff, but the cosplay I'm working on right now is a lot of sewing, and I feel like that would be boring. But people have been very, like, actually, like Moth helped convince me, but you all have been very encouraging of like some streams that I had no idea people would like be interested in. People actually really like him, and that's really cool. That's really cool. Okay, let's see. Am I doing this well right now? I think so. I think it's a good start. I like that. Okay. I don't know if I like this needle. I might have to go down a level. I feel like this is just a little too thick for this material right now. So, whoop. I will remove this for a moment. Put that over there. I want to try a slightly smaller boy. I'm going to try down here. I want to try... Okay, if this is... Okay, I know that there's a 5 and an 8. I don't know what the middle lad is. I'm voting probably a 6. Probably a 6. Probably a little guy. There we go. Boop. There we go. Okay. So now we just get... This is... Okay. Actually, this is so, like, chill. Because I can hear the rain on my window right now. And I'm just sewing and talking to chat with my, like, lo-fi music. This is a vibe. This is a vibe, y'all. Thought you lost one of your crochet hooks? I have never done crochet. That is a talent I do not have. I have not done that. You know what? Actually, I think there is also... So, okay, of course I was, like, looking around on Skillshare for, like, what videos do I use for, like, my little stream thing? I think there's one on embroidery that I would really love to actually watch, because I am entirely self-taught on embroidery as well. I'm entirely self-taught on embroidery. But I think that would be so fun to actually see, like, how you're supposed to embroider things. Because I sure just wing it. The first thing I, like, truly tried embroidering is the detailing on my Filza cosplay. All of the gold feathers are embroidered. School offered a crochet class. That's so cool. That's so cool. Sometimes I really like it when schools, like, actually offer just, like, funky little classes like that. I think it's so fun. Boop. Boop. Okay, now I feel like I should maybe be wearing a thimble on my thumb for danger of stabbing myself. But I don't think I got a thimble that is the correct size for my thumb. I got a thimble the correct size for my finger. I'm a fool. I'm sorry. They're doing chainmail armor? That's awesome. That's so good. Chainmail armor is so bussin'. I also did take a look on Skillshare's like cosplay stuff. They do have EVA foam armor classes, which is bussin'. I have such a love of foam armor things, y'all. I have an entire set of foam armor that I made for She-Ra. I did the con year was 2020, and Hey Hey finished their first set of EVA armor. And the next day, The con was canceled because of COVID. It was so sad. I was so sad. Oh, it was so tragic. It was tragic. But okay, I'm doing a nice little, a neat little stitch line. Look at this cute little stitch. Oh my goodness, this camera is like, no, actually. I promise there is a stitch line. Right? Rip all the 2020 cosplayers. Hey, it eventually let us hear y'all. Eventually, that's how I got here, because COVID made me miss cosplaying, and my sister's friend pushed me into cosplaying on TikTok, because he was like, just come over here. I'm doing this thing, and it's fun. And I was like, okay. And then that led me to doing the cosplay things, led me to Dream SMP, led me to my friends that I made for Fable, led me to streaming. So, ta-da. It's cool. It's neat. But I think I've shown like the She-Ra armor is way down if you search through my TikTok. Would you guys like to actually see it? Like, it's in my closet. I could just go get it. Would you all like to actually see She-Ra? We could take a little sewing break in a little bit and perhaps grab She-Ra out from the closet where she lives. I'm sorry, She-Ra. Rip. Okay. Look at me. I'm so easily distractible. I've made it about 8 inches and I'm going to stop. But look how neat that edge is. This entire edge is now stitched and it's so nice and pretty. But shall we go get She-Ra out of the closet? Let's see. Let's go grab. Miranda, you have to scoot back, love. Miranda, you need to move. All right. Good. It also reminds me, chat, we need to reskin this tail for Espeon. My electric tail that I use for Momo. I'm gonna have to make a new cover for it for Espeon. Just remember that in the corner. But okay, we'll have the first parts. We have the first pieces. We'll go starting with, oh, she's a little dusty. Oh, she's a little dusty. I'm so sorry. This is, so I have bracers. And fun fact, with my She-Ra armor, the entire theme of it was, we were doing not just She-Ra, but it was a She-Ra D&D crossover. So my cosplay was intended to be Paladin She-Ra, while Dell had Sorceress Glimmer. And so this is her bracer. It's got the fancy symbols in it. The symbols are actually 3-dimensional. They are carved into the armor itself. I have all the straps are pleather and pretending to look fancier than they are because they're very flimsy in actuality. But also, fun fact, all of the gems are also redone by me. So all the gems are custom, like redone, painted. Some of them are even resin crafted. And this is my first time doing this full set. So you can even see some places that I screwed up. Like there's cracking right here. That is because my paint job on getting the first layers of paint was not great. And it's fine. But I have these bracers. They're very pretty. I actually really like that the interior, this piece, is not a straight line. It's got like a little shape to it so that it looks really neat. So that's the bracer. And I think that looks really cool. The one that I'm really proud of, I love the boots. Look at these shoes. So normal back, and they even have like a little piece to make it look like the plate mail is attached to it. But the boots are bussin'. I love the shoes. They have the She-Ra symbol on it. They have her shape on her shoes. And I adore the boots. The boots are so cool. The boots are so cool. I am so sad that they are hot as they're so warm. This entire cosplay is a sweat fest, but it's so pretty. Okay, let me go grab the next pieces. We'll start with crowns. I made 2 different crowns because I was struggling to figure out which one I liked more. And these are actually made with, instead of EVA foam, these are warbler crowns. So we have crown number 1, where we went a little bit more, almost like Thor-esque. A little bit more Thor. A little bit more there. And then we have a second crown that's more traditionally She-Ra looking. We have the second crown. So this one, let me see. Just push it down there. There we go. There we go. Now that's the crown shape. So that one, I have 2 crown shapes because woo. Is that Lance on Voltron on your shirt? Maybe. Maybe I'm wearing a Voltron shirt. Shut up. I saw that hydrate one moment. And the Grand Za, the best piece. I will say she's a touch damaged because her, I might have pulled her cape off for other cosplays. But the chest plate is so cool. This is the chest plate. You can see where the attachments for the cape were, but I pulled them off. But this is the chest plate for She-Ra. And the whole front symbol. I believe this is one of my resin crafted gems. The whole front piece. The pauldrons can actually move up and down so that there's like flexibility in them. Pauldrons are made with a really cool pattern online. I forget what the name of the creator is, but these are the Zelda pauldron pieces in one of their pattern sets. I've also made these, and I can actually see them up in the corner. A version of these are also what I use to make Glitch, or I guess my FNAF Security Breach Rambu's shoulder pieces. But yeah, this was Paladin She-Ra. She even has the full back, and attached to this there's an entire skirt piece that matches the pattern on the sword. She also had more skirt pieces. But yeah, hold on, like the entire thing, you open it up and I can put the chest plate on over my head. It opens up both the sides open up, and it's really cool. This was She-Ra. She was so pretty. And then COVID happened. It was so sad. But now she lives in the closet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Adora. What would you do for pants? So I was going to wear, I believe, just a pair of black, kind of loose pants. And then I had I wonder if the skirt piece is actually in here. I might be able to find the skirt piece. Let me see. What is? There we go. Found it. Okay, so then we also had a skirt piece. So the skirt piece was going to go like, oh, you cannot see it on stream very well. If I hold it up here, it had a bunch of different paneling so that it looked like what underneath armor often looks like, and it tied underneath that cool front panel. So it was really pretty. It was really fun. I really liked that cosplay. If you dig into the depths of my TikTok, it is actually my first ever cosplay on TikTok. My first video on TikTok is She-Ra. And later that armor comes back in a use with Catra She-Ra, where I did a fun little Catra She-Ra look because I missed the armor. But yeah, let's see. Oop, go over here. Wait, actually, okay, I want to see if we go over here and I hide Espeon. Espeon, go away for a moment. I want to see up in here. Okay, yeah, they have EVA foam instructions, which are really cool. And that's where I want to check out some of their stuff. I want to see, Oh, they also have, oh, resin casting. Yo. Hooded cloaks for beginners, cosplay. Neat. Oh, yo, a photo shoot class. Oh, I like that. That was something that I struggled with when doing that's a funny face. That was something I struggled with recent photo shoots I've been doing more of, like Ray and Axe. Figuring out how to pose is such a challenge. My friend had a very helpful little tip, actually, in that Mr. Magnet, when we did a cute little thing. I think actually it should be coming out very soon. The aprons that are part of the Dream SMP cookbook project, Meta and I got to model them and take pretty photos. And with that, Mags had a very good idea of a little Pinterest board where he had saved a bunch of like pose reference ideas from Pinterest, and that helped so much for him to be able to whip out and show to his like models to be like, here, why don't we start with some of these poses and see if any of them feel comfortable. And that immediately got us like actually able to pose, because neither of us are like fashion models. Neither of us know how to pose clothing. I know how to pose for like showing off my makeup when I'm taking my own photos. So having that is actually really cool. Blah, blah. There we go. Like how to feel the emotion in photos, angles, and such. Yeah, I think that was something that was really impressive when we were doing the Ray and Axe photo shoot of my husband, the Daniels, has I did not know this, but has been learning things from a bunch of YouTube videos. He had watched a bunch of Skillshare stuff on editing things. Having that knowledge so that he could actually help pose us was so helpful. So helpful. Boop. So much more fun for that photo shoot where he had like ideas of things we could try. My satin is fraying. Please stop it. You're making my life difficult. Boop ba-doop boop. Okay. Never taken a photography class. Just wing it. Neither have I. I have also never taken a photography class. I have so not been trained in any of the crafts that I do. I guess I took art classes, technically, in high school. But is it okay to ask questions related to SMPs you partake in? Absolutely. We are just having a chill vibe stream. We are welcome to talk about whatever you all would like. I am just stitching and talking. So if you guys want to talk about Fable or Myrrh or things, go for it. I am happy to be here and just hang out with y'all while I try and stitch things all pretty. I still am scared of what happens when I have to sew the other side of the bias tape. Because I sure have to figure that out. It's fine. I'm fine. It's gonna be fine. Boop, boop, ba-doop, boop. Ba-doop, ba-doop, boop. Need to catch up on Fable. That's so valid. There's definitely been someone, there was someone on my Discord that was asking, because I know that the playlists are getting long. And it was really fun to see like my own community like popped up and someone answered the question, was able to say like, oh, we have a bunch of like summaries themselves. We have the do this like, you know, summary in 10 minutes thing. Very fun. Sherbert sure has the entire script and everything ready for the season 2 and then got the flu and had a time. But okay, let's see. There was so many questions. Okay. Out of character vibes of the Murlor with art yesterday. Oh, I really liked the Murlor yesterday. I was a little terrified of singing on stream, but that's just a time of streaming, and y'all's encouragement has been like actually making me more confident in my ability to sing. especially with this one was doing it live. So I found like a voice mod to make it still have a little bit of a siren effect, but like that meant that I couldn't do, I haven't really, like I don't know how to auto tune, so it's not like I auto tune, but like, you know, when I pre-record it, I can do a bunch of takes until I feel like I get it right. So that was a time. Katho, hello. Actually, funny, Katho sure messaged me after that stream. We're talking about the timing of things and how we timed things well. Fun little fact, the reason we timed things so well is because on my desk was my phone with Art Stream pulled up. I was stream sniping Art, and then I was also watching. I had Discord up. I have a second monitor here, and I had Discord up on my second monitor, and I waited until I watched for Art to undeafen, and that's when I actually started singing the actual song, so that it timed really well. So, oh no, now there are so many questions. There were so many things. Now I gotta roll up. I gotta roll back up. Where did it go? Okay. The Sky Pirate builds. Oh, I miss Craft SMP. I haven't been able to get much more done, but I have started on like the biggest boy ship on there. So at some point, I've been so busy doing like lore almost every single day that it's hard to find time for the like chiller streams. But I really want to get back and have a Dishonored or Craft SMP stream soon because I miss them. I miss them. Oh, it's so sad. Excited for the Ray Ven lore. Me too. Me too. It's so good. Hee. It's so fun. So I love it. Okay. Any tips on hand sewing? I watched this video on Skillshare. Miss Craft SMP, the Hey Hey Rescue Mission was a time. So true. So true. Thoughts on a fabled Shrek AU? Excuse me? What? Honest opinion, because my friend simps for Indian, valid or not valid? Absolutely valid. I simp for Indian. She's awesome. I love her. I think I look cool when I dress as her. She's neat. Oh, speaking of AUs though, a very fun one that I'm enjoying just so much is Ghosty sure was like sketching out a gay Zelda AU. A Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom AU, where Ray is Zelda, Caspian is Link, and Axe is Sidon, and I love it. I love it so much. I think that you guys should peer pressure Ghosty into a Zelda AU drawing stream. Just saying. Just saying. Friends ask me how you don't simp for endearing, you're just like men. See, that's so valid. That's so valid. Boop, boop, ba-doop, boop. But yes, get that man's to do a sub goal for a Zelda stream. Do it. A Zelda art stream, sub goal when he returns from his trip. When he returns, I want it. I want it. Okay. We're doing good. We're getting progress. Look how far we're getting. We're going. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Let's keep sewing. Let's keep sewing. Doot, doot, doot. Oh man. Oh no. I didn't know Star was in chat. I didn't see. Star, can you make Ghosty draw more of the Zelda AU? Star, please. Resewing is the most. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love the art ideas of Ray working on little sewing times, because Mans does like the bookbinding and embroidery and stuff, and there sure are reasons why he might know all of these skills. Space Cowboy Wolf Trot fic on AU. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Oh no, they're both here. They're both here. Oh no. Oh no. I'm a fool. I'm a little fool. I'm a little fool. I'm just a little guy. I'm a little fool. Okay. I'm sewing sewing. So much sewing. Yeah. Wow. Fun fact, chat. I don't know if you've noticed my hands when I do this. I move so much of my like fabric when I sew instead of my needle. So fun fact, when I sew a lot, I poke my little needle through. I actually am moving my fabric onto my needle instead of my needle through my fabric for several stitches, because this helps keep them in a row if you do them like all in a line like this. L1 and then whoop, boom, bam. Straight little line of stitches, the straightest thing I've ever done. Boop. It helps me. Brother art up on Pinterest. Yo, heck yeah. Heck yeah. It's so crazy to start seeing more and more like of Fable things and Mer things like out in the wild. I don't know why, but TikTok has recently been very nice to me and filling my For You page with a bunch of Fable cosplayers that I've never seen before. And that has been very exciting. It's just been really cool. I've been seeing a lot of Endirian. So much Endirian. And it's very fun. I enjoy it greatly. Threads. Okay. This is why we're making this edge look all pretty to hide all these friggin' fraying threads. Evil material satin is. Sometimes. Actually, I will say organza is probably my least favorite fabric to deal with. I hate organza. Organza is rude. It's rude and it's evil. Oh, you know what's a more challenging material to sew? So, okay, we were talking about this earlier when I was starting my thread with knots, and like I said, the knots on thread have, like, you have to do a thicker or a different method when you do other types of fabric. Ray's cape is, fun fact, actually, when I was working on this project, this purple, I was like, I love this, and I want it to be Ray's cape. So the base of Ray's cape is actually this exact purple satin that I'm using for Evie. And then a really pretty, technically it's blue, embroidered tulle? It's not quite tulle because it's not like the stiffness. It's definitely not like the stiffness weirdness of tulle, but it's like a netted mesh type. I'm gonna grab it. I have a scrap over here. Yeah. Oh, that was more than a scrap. There was more to it. Here, we'll show this. But this has a much. It's like a mesh, and this mesh you cannot just do like a bunch of knots. I ended up having to backstitch this one for most all of the sewing there. But yeah, that's what I make Ray's cape out of, was these layers. OMG, the ghosty. The ghosty is here. Hi, ghosty. Hi, ghosty. I miss you. You have been gone. I miss you. But yes, use that exact fabric for Essex. Oh, it would be very good for Essex. You're so right. You're on the correct account now? Lol. Man's had to get over here on the right account. Prove himself. Prove that he was actually here. I so didn't believe. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. We're doing the sewing things. We're almost done on this piece. And then I have to actually figure out what the other side of it looks like. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna see. Can I put this thimble on my thumb? Is my thumb... no, it's too small for my thumb. How dare. Dang it. Dang it. I need to get a bigger thimble for my thumb, apparently, so I stop potentially poking me in the thumb. Whoop. Keyboard is so weird. The shift key is like wrong and small. Lol. Anytime going on a different keyboard is a time. Such a time. Whenever I have to go use Daniel's computer, I have a time because my keyboard lights up and is like really bright, and his does not. And because of the difference of them, when I try and like look down to see what I'm doing, because they're in different places, I struggle because then his keyboard doesn't light up well enough for me to like read it. Okay, hello, thread needle, please. I slipped, my thread fell out of my needle and now I am sad. There we go. No, please. There we go. Hello. Got it. I did it. I did it. Okay, and then I think the top part I leave undone for a bit. Actually, I might have been supposed to leave more than that undone. We might have to backtrack a bit. We might have to pull this out. Okay. Oh, another thing that I really like that Bernadette said in this class is sewing is one of those things where nothing is permanent until you cut it. And even then you can still undo it. Like you can always take the stitching out, which is really helpful. It's a very it's a very forgiving medium. If you screw up, you can fix it, and I really like that. It's very helpful. No, I just put a knot in my thread. Bro. No kidding. I got it. Never mind. Wow. Okay. Boop. Okay, we don't need ace race right now. No, thank you. No, thank you. You took classes to be able to... No, I just mean like it's something that I like that she says in it is just like a cool thing to help keep in mind when you're learning something, that like it's helpful to know that it's not a permanent mistake if you make, you know? Oh, you're talking to Hadel. That makes sense. I was like, don't make fun of me. What the heck? Boop, 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 ba doop, boop. Okay, so now I can backstitch. I usually backstitch to close my threads out, so I'm going back on my threading and tying a little knot in it. And that's how I close my stitches. I'm gonna do that. Okay, and now I can trim this away. And I can trim all the little icky bits away as well. Trim all these away. Be gone. So now, chat, I have to actually make a decision. A scary decision on how to finish this edge. And I'm so scared. I need to actually probably sew the edge down of this. And that means I actually have to do the thing. And I'm afraid of doing the thing. Because that means that this has to look pretty. And I don't know if I can do it where it's like an invisible stitch. I'm trying to think. I feel like in theory you could, but I don't know how. I don't know how you would do that. Let's see. Okay. Because now that we have the bias tape on there on one side, in theory, we fold it down to the other side and we stitch the entire thing. And I think that I have to actually sew it. Like, you have to actually, you're gonna have to see. I think that you have to be able to see it, right? But maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I can do this, that it's an invisible stitch. Is it possible to do that? Now I have to know things. And I'm scared. Okay. Okay. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I don't know how to use this correctly. I'm afraid. Only pierce the main fabric, not the lining. Yeah, that's my thought, is like, is it possible for me to do this without this piece? Okay. Well, chat, it's time to find out. We are getting thread. We're going to learn. It's going to be fine. Boop. Where did the needle I was using go? There it is. Ladder stitch or zone stitch? Oh, valid. Stitch. I'm seeing if ladder stitching was one of the ones that Bernadette talked about. I don't think it is. Bummer. But it's fine. I'm fine. I can do this. Because my concern isn't... Okay, so here's my funky little concern. Okay, no. I think I can do this. I'm smart. I can figure this out. It's fine. And if I don't, that's okay. You can definitely see it. Like, you can see my stitch line on these, and it's not bad. This one's just like more up on my body, so that's where I'm like more worried that it's gonna be more noticeable. If I screw it up, you know? Boop. Cut away. Be gone. Be gone, little thing. Okay. All right. In theory, can we do that? I might be able to do that. Okay, we're gonna find out, chat. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out how cool I am. Prepare for some really silly faces for me to be making. Prepare for me to make some strange faces as I have to, as I focus. Focus. Focus face. Okay, can I do something like this? Right, only pierce this side and not that side. So that, well, not if you do it that way, you fool. Not that way, at least. There's gonna be some trial and error, guys. There's gonna be some trial and error. We're learning. That's what this stream is all about. It's learning. We're learning. Boop. Okay. Okay. Gotta head out for now. Bye. That's all good. Thank you for joining in on this funky little sewing stream. Okay. I might need to start this lower. Learning/pause. Okay, yes, so true. I'm gonna cut the other end of this and just start over this way instead of having to rethread my needle again. Okay. Huh. Oh no. Upper 80s and no rain. We have been getting dumped rain, and to be honest, I'm very grateful. I am so grateful because if you do not know, I live in Colorado. And Colorado is notoriously bad at catching on fire. And it would be really cool if it could not do that, actually. That'd be pretty poggers. I'd really appreciate it if it would stop catching on fire. So, you know, that'd be neat. Rip the fire state. Yep. Yep. I just realized, wait, is this the inside or the outside? Are you the inside or the outside? You're the inside. Nice. I can be a little bit messier and I will be forgiven. Come back to catching on fire. Yeah, it's we're a wildfire state, baby. We're a wildfire state. I'm due to make my coding final. Yo! Coding classes. Ayo. I definitely know how to do that, actually. What language of coding are you working in? I'm curious now. Tell me your things. Okay. Pierce. Make sure we don't pierce the wrong side. And we push through. And then in theory, we're doing it right. Okay. So, I think I figured it out, you guys. So on the outside, here, I'm gonna show the main camera. On the outside, focus, there we go. On the outside, no visible stitches. On the inside, there will be visible stitches. But that's because I'm going to make my life easier and let myself have visible stitches on the inside instead of being completely invisible on both sides. It's fine. Python? Yo, I have been teaching myself. Wait, guys, does Skillshare have Python classes? Guys, wait, I want to know. Do you have Python? Python. Programming. Yo. Oh, that's actually really helpful. Guys, I might use Skillshare for some work skills. That's exciting. Okay. Yeah, here, I'll show you guys. Here, I'll go back. Meow. They have a bunch of Python classes. Object-oriented Python. That would be so helpful. Okay, now I'm curious. I just want to see. I doubt they would have this because MATLAB is a more... Okay. They even have an introduction to MATLAB class. Oh my goodness. Okay, never mind. Huh. That's wild. Okay. This is good to know. This is good to know. I have been working on learning Python for some stuff at work. Skillshare went burr. Apparently, yeah. So that's exciting because fun fact, I actually teach some coding classes at my job. And That's a thing that I do. But Python is one of the ones that I've been working on learning more because more and more people are using it in my industry. So I have been wanting to work on it more. And it would be helpful for the things that I do. Wow. They got everything. Yeah, it's kind of bonkers to see like what kind of stuff they do have. What other things do you guys like think we should like check? Do they have C++? Okay, let's look. Let's look for C++. Oop. Yes. The answer was yes. Cool. Okay. That's neat. I want to see. I want to, what is like the keyword for like a photo, like the cool cosplay photo shoot. I want more of those, but I don't know what the keyword is that isn't just like photography. Okay, well, Ghosty wants accordion. Bookbinding the accordion book? Excuse me? Okay, there is a normal accordion, but what? Bookbinding. Wait. Cool. Oh, it would be so fun to actually make one of Ray's books. Oh my goodness, that's so neat. Oh, photo shoot. You're right. Let me try photo shoot. Commercial. Okay, so here's the storytelling one. Remote photo shoot. Interesting. Dynamic portrait photography. How to shoot and edit environmental. Whoa. Huh. Okay. Those are neat. Can I like save you for later? Okay, I can save you for later. Neat. Wait, I want to save one of the bookbinding ones then. Wait, I want to do that. Go back. Let me go back. Hello? Chrome? Chrome said no. Lol. Wait, I want to pull that back up. Is bookbinding one word or two? I don't actually know. It looks like it can be either. But I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that. That's so cool. Okay. Huh. Neat. Okay. Storytelling or character creation? I think so. Let's do character design? Ooh. Okay, wait, no. Use character creation. What about like character like writing? Character writing. Writing character-driven short stories, main characters. How to write better main characters. Writing and designing more memorable characters. Cool. Concept art. Okay. Now, drawing imaginary worlds, a matter of drawing, developing character concept arts. Designing creature characters. I have definitely been thinking about like, trying to do like a character, like drawing better, like coming up with better character designs. Character design could be a really cool one, especially for like the Fable gods. I'd really love to like character design. I just want to see what their character design classes look like. Character design for animation, first idea to final. That's so. Oh wait, and that's like Jezza. Oh, I totally have seen his YouTube videos as well. Dynamic design in 4-step. Designing kids. Oh, that's interesting. Like, designing characters from any animals. Huh. Oh, whoa. Design your own chat stickers. So that could be like emotes. That's cool. People in motion, character design with a story. Hello? Designing animal characters. Oh, the artwork looks so cute. Shape language. Yo. Heads in all angles. Yo, okay, the person that asked for perspectives, heads at all angles, I bet that would be really helpful. Thank you for the hydrate. I also love that they have a ton of different mediums. Like, Some of these are drawing. Some of these are like digital sculpting. Huh. This is so cool. Probably one's about music. What kind of thing about music do you want us to look up? Let's see. What kind of thing? What kind of thing? Wait, this is incredibly cool. Yeah, I just looked at I looked at the stuff that I was actively working on. Like I looked up like sewing stuff. Blender classes. Ooh. Blender. Yeah, first days in Blender. I wonder, Blockbench might be too specific. But I'm kind of curious if they have something with Blockbench. No, that's block printing. Okay, yeah, I figured Blockbench would be too specific because, like, it's a very niche program. Okay, yeah, nah. Wait, pattern making? Hello? Wait, yeah, pattern making? If you have to make your own patterns. These are like draft your own skirt. Yeah, drafting your own patterns. Oh, cool. How to draft your own pattern from an existing garment? Oh, what if you just search Minecraft? Okay, well now I'm curious. Modding. They have modding classes? What? Oh my gosh. Huh. Designing seamless wood textures, modding, plug-in developer bot camp, creating your own 3D object. Oh, okay. So I bet VoxEdit is another like Blockbench like program. Huh. Procedural world generation with Blender and the Minecraft bee crochet. The Minecraft bee crochet. I love it. Guys, I'm gonna learn to crochet just to make a Minecraft bee. That's so cool. Huh. Oh, we definitely already looked up Python. They definitely have Python. They definitely have Python classes, y'all. Let's see. Okay, so this is just very cool. This is just very cool. Huh. Okay, yeah, we definitely went on a tangent. Don't worry. Don't worry, it's a good tangent. It's a good tangent. It was a very good tangent. We went and I saved things to watch later. I saved things to watch for later. Cause fun fact, I definitely watch, like, I watch a lot of stuff while I work on like builds on Fable and stuff. So having just like more things, and I am such a like, video essay person and like educational YouTube, like SciShow and everything that Hank Green does. And then doing, okay, now I'm gonna get my thimble out because now I'm pushing through many layers of fabric. Doing things like that. A closer look, very good. I've plugged this one before, but if you want help with like characters and story stuff, Overly Sarcastic Productions on YouTube does some fantastic trope talks, talking about tropes with characters and just tropes in writing. Very fun ones. Wait, I have knotted my thread. No, no, don't do that. No, actually, wait, don't do that. No, no. Wait. Oh, Python with turtle. I understand. Okay, wait. Wait, it's a different thing. Python with turtle. I look. Okay, I did not get a result for that one. That might be too specific. But I do think it's cool. I've been having such a time getting to see like what is out here. Especially I think it's fun because like it's like creators that like I think that's some of the most fun is getting to watch creators that you already watch and enjoy like do a thing. Like I think it would personally be really fun to make a shell scare class. They're really cool. That would just be like neat. And I do a bunch of like teaching stuff already. Fun fact, when I was in high school, I did theater tech stuff. And when I left, wanted to make sure that like not all the skills that I had like learned were like gonna be lost to our theater group. So I made a bunch of little videos that were in like little tutorial videos on set painting tips and tricks that I had learned, like how to make a really fast and easy, I think I did a wood grain, a stone texture, and a grass texture for both on panels that sit upright on stage versus also on the floor on the stage itself, like, because those have different perspectives and need to be painted differently. So I did a bunch of little videos that I left my theater troupe when I went off to college to be like, have this actually. Where did Bean already posted the Ray art? I'm going where I demand. Oh yeah, this is so good. Okay, wait. All right. Okay, we're in stream mode, so I can show my display. We're gonna show. I love this with everything. Look at these. Look at them. Look at these. These so good. The sewing Ray art, giving me life. It's giving me life, guys. Guys, I put a knot in my thread and I really don't want it there, and I'm trying so hard to undo it. I'm trying so hard to undo this knot in my thread. Please, this line was so good. Don't make me redo it. Usually I can get these undone, and right now I am struggling. Will you come undone for me, please? 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 I know you're just looped around yourself, and I would really like you to not be that. Wow. Are the stars on Ray's cape embroidered? Yes. That's what I think we have kind of settled upon, is that they are embroidered in there. Especially with the new cape design, with the new fabric type that I have. Like, these are all embroidered on. The little itty bitty ones are like glitters, but like the bigger stars are all embroidered pieces. They're all so pretty. I snagged my things with my very long fabric piece. Okay, am I gonna have to just give in and redo this? Because I'm gonna be sad about it. Man, stress sews, that's why there's so many stars. That is such a fun little idea though. Like, whenever he's stressed, he just adds stars. But I loved doing the little stream of him teaching Axe and Caspian embroidery. That was such a cute stream idea, and was so like a random, like, while I was working on texture pack things, was like making a little embroidery hoop texture again because I like it. And then I went, hey Meta and Ghosty, what if what if cute idea. Okay, come here. Oh my goodness, this knot. Okay, alright. Well, we might have to abandon this thread and try again, which is tragic. So tragic. Never mind, I got it! I did it! Boop! Nailed it. Totally first try. Nailed it first try. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna put that back over there. Oh man. Okay, so with having all my sewing stuff around, definitely had a moment last night of Shepard being a little menace. Of, we hear something fall over, and we're like, oh no. And we look over, and this little man has decided, you know what the one thing I will knock off this table is? The open thing of pins. I have a little bin like this with the other pins that was sitting while I was getting other stuff, and Mans was like, this deserves to go on the floor now. Dude, my little guy, come on, what the heck? That was not it, my little friend. He was like, yes, this is floor time. Floor time for the pins now, actually. Floor time for pins, and it was tragic. There was much cleanup involved. Much cleanup of all the pins on the floor. Oop. Okay. Wow. Sorry, I'm having to pull this a little bit closer to my face to actually see what I'm doing. It's fine. But it looks so clean. Wow. Wow. Look how clean that looks. Oh, it's so fancy. So fancy. Okay. Now there's just so much more of it to do. It's fine. This is fine. What I signed up for with my hand sewing foolery. I have no idea how you would do this on a machine. Like, I don't know how you sew bias tape on a machine at all. I have not even the slightest idea how you would try and accomplish this. Can you even do this on a machine? I don't know if you could even do this on a machine. You've got to, like, there's got to be ways that you can do things with, like, hidden stitches on machines. I just don't know what they are. Maybe it's just because, like, a machine can do itty bitty. Usually both sides. Oh. Well, that's cheating. Fair. Fair enough. But how would you do it all hidden like? I sure have a machine. I just don't use it. Wow. I don't use my machine because it's loud. And I have sensory things that mean that loud is not great for me. Okay. But we're going. We're doing the things. Okay. I'm so sewing talent. Know how to use a sewing machine? Does that mean know how it works? That is so valid. Also, a little, my sewing machine that I have is a old boy. My sewing machine is from 1914. It is my great-grandmother's that my grandmother was like, I have too many sewing machines in my house. Would you like one? And I was like, sure. Before I then went, never mind. I don't wish to use a sewing machine ever. It's old. But it's so sturdy. That thing is a beast. It is a steel box. It looks like a modern sewing machine. Like, it looks just like a modern sewing machine. It's just made of like metal instead of like any sort of lightweight anything. I even have the original instruction manual for it. It's faded and falling apart, but it exists. Would you guys like to see it? I bet I could dig it out. I bet I could go grab the 1914 Kenner sewing machine manual. I'll get the manual, not the sewing machine itself. The sewing machine itself is freaking heavy. I don't want to move it right now. But I can get the manual to show that it's old and pretty. Wish. Want to see it? Want to see it? Okay. Don't worry. I'm not stalling. We're not getting distracted for any reason. Oh no, now I have all my sewing projects out, guys. Now that everything's here. Y'all, I have realized I have dyslexia. Y'all. Okay, it's not 1914, it's 1941. I can't read. 1941, still very old, not 1914. I can't read. But, I have the original instruction set, from Kenmore. And it's kind of cute because it also has my grandmother and I think my grandma's and my great grandma's and my mother's possible like there's like little like notes on it. You can like even in the back it's fallen apart, but even in the back there's like little like memo things written, which is really cute. But yeah, I still require this manual to be able to use it because I don't know how to thread it without help. I have to use the manual for threading it every time. But yeah, it's a beast of a machine. It's heavy. It's very cute. It's definitely faded and definitely like smells like old book. Like it got old book smell. Which is nice. Okay, back to sewing. Threading is a pain. Yeah, threading a sewing machine. I hate it. I hate it. I don't understand. It's evil. It is evil. Okay. We're going back and forth on this still. Okay, we are doing good. Wah. Yeah. Stitch. 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 Ow, I forgot to put my thimble back on. Give me my thimble back. Ow, I just stabbed myself a little bit. It's fine. I'm like trying to like both be in camera and see what I'm doing, and that is a time. Yeah. Yeah. Surrounded by old book smell. You do. Yeah! With your librarianness. Old book smell. Very poggers. You know, we're just completing the trifecta of like comfort things right now. I got the rain. I got the chill music. I got the sewing. And now I got old book smell. It's wonderful. Wow. I could just light one of my candles back. I did actually consider lighting one of my candles. Now I'm sad that I didn't. Now I want my candle, guys. Wow. Boop. Stitch. Pull. Okay, this is actually looking very clean, which is very cool. Can't wait to sit for hours while my husband plays Zelda and I do this forever. Because, oh boy, is there bias tape around all of this cosplay. So much. Should if you want to. I'd have to go get, one. I have to, wait, do I have a lighter on my desk? I might. Because I use, which sounds strange. I have a lighter on my desk because when I'm sewing, if you do, ribbon stuff, it is super helpful to like seal the end of ribbon with a little bit of heat, a little bit of fire, a touch of flame, perhaps. A touch of flame, perhaps. Yeah. Come here, thread. Burning ribbon smell, actually the worst. Actually, no, hate it a little bit. Wow. Okay. Doot. Doot, 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 doot. I will say, thimble really helping with having to push through many layers. Because on the skirt, doing the band of the skirt was probably the most I've ever like poked myself with a needle while sewing. Because, oh my goodness, did that thing. Because it's so many layers, it's really thick, and that means it can get really difficult to sew through, which means that I am more prone to poking myself because I'm trying to like use a lot of force to get through something, and then like I accidentally stab myself a little bit. And there's definitely still some small healing little pricks on my fingers right now from this because the band was difficult to sew. I had a time. Also, it's definitely a time of like, this is a decent pattern. It is not a great one. It is not the best of patterns. They are a little bad in some places about like being good at showing what's going on, or deciding that now we're gonna call this thing something else, and they're not super consistent about the words that they use, which makes it very difficult to keep track of where something might have gone. When they decide that now we're gonna call this instead, and I go, wait, wait, back up, where happened to this thing? No. And then I go to Dell and go, what happened to this part? And she has to be like, they started calling it this instead. I'm like, why? And she goes, I don't know, man. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. Also, this thimble has a good like gripping material for pulling the needle, which is very cool. I will admit, part of the band of the skirt might have been sewn using pliers. There might have been some plier usage. Maybe a little bit. A little touch of pliers perhaps had to be used. Get that all together. Oopsies. But you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Nope, don't tangle. Don't tangle. No tangles. No tangles. No tangles. Stop this. Cease. Simply cease. Simply cease and perhaps also desist from making knots. Please don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Yeah. Snag. There it goes. Okay. Freedom, freedom, freedom from the knots. Freedom from the knots. Please. Please. Please knots. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to strange noises I make while crafting. I realize I'm just like making a bunch of weird little sounds. Weird little sounds as I do things. The little noises that Ray makes when like working on stuff, guys, that's just me. He gets it from me. It's a real just thing that I just do. Make silly little sounds as I work on things. Little sound effects. Okay. Which thread is causing the problem here? Is it you? Oh, it's you. I see. I see. You're misbehaving. Little threads. Little threads misbehaving. So rude. Okay. What? How did you even do that? How did you get this way? How did you... It is amazing to me, the knots that thread can tangle itself into, when it is just, like, there is no loose thread for you to be tangling with. There is just yourself in a loop. How did you loop yourself in this way? How have you done this? How has this happened? Why has this happened? How much of this stream is going to be Hey having to untangle the knots in the thread? Why? Why am I forsaken to have tangly threads? Actually, Brendan kind of talked about this a little bit in the class. But it was talked about in the class of like if you have your thread twisted up a bunch, it's more likely to do this. So maybe I need to be paying attention to that. Maybe I need to pay attention to how twirly my thread gets at the end so that I don't let this happen. Okay. Okay, I'm losing my patience. We might abandon you, thread. All right, we're going to abandon ship. Time to abandon ship. We're going to cheat. We're using this knot as the new knot on the end of the thread. And we go, and this is the new knot on the end of this new thread. And I'm going to real quick take the needle with the old thread and go back stitch it closed. So, here we go. Yeah. The needle thread, please behave. Okay, there we go. But we're going to backstitch, and it's going to be a pain because we have very little thread to work with. So I'm going to do it a little funky, where I'm going to pull it through, but there isn't enough room for the needle to fully go around. So then I'm just going to thread it right back through itself backwards. Pull that tight. And do that one more time to close off that thread because it was being a pain. So now it's getting closed. There we go. And now that thread is almost there. Yeah, got it. There we go. Okay. That one is finished off. After misbehaving, we have said, screw you, thread. We are going a different way. There we go. Okay, so that entire length is done, though. This entire length is done. Now we just need to do the next length of it. But that's pretty good. And I'm going to make sure, okay, that knot feels nice and sturdy after it tangled itself into oblivion. And so now I thread this one back on, and we go back to this. How are you feeling about 1.20 coming out in 3 days? I'm excited. I really hope that Optifine catches up really soon, because as soon as Optifine has the 120 release as well is when we can update some servers to have some new things, and I'm really excited. But it has to have Optifine updated. Otherwise it don't work. And then I am sad. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Yeah, okay, this thread area looks good. And I have been poked by the Haley, and I will message her back. What does she want? Okay, she wants this. I will tell her. Boop, boop. because there might be a fun little event on Fable soon. I think we'll probably be dropping the lore event in the Discord for it tonight. But, you know, there will be some fun. There's gonna maybe be a server event. Wow. OMG. OMG. Server event might happen Tuesday? Tuesday? Wow. What's on Tuesday? Something cool is on Tuesday. Something is cool on Tuesday. Oh yes, and server events go so well. So true. They do. They go so well. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Let me put this back on. Yes. Teehee. You have a little thought about what it could be? I'm so curious what you think it will be because I'm sure that you are wrong. But I'm so curious what you think it will be. Okay, am I doing this right still? Yes, I am. Poggers. Ba-bum, 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 bum, ba-bum, bum. Okay, hold this back. Do-do-do. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're almost there. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing the things. Loving the Centros chat character. Yeah, it's really fun to see you all making like chat characters. I think that's very cute. I like it. I think it's neat. Boop, 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 Ghosty. Yes, good, good, good. All right, we're getting there. We're getting places. This one takes a lot longer because I just have to be I have to be so much more meticulous about it, which is a time. At least I can be fast with all the other sewing typically. Are you hand sewing this right now? Yes, I am. Welcome. I hand stitch everything. Whoa. I will say, it is not the Festival of Stars. The Festival of Light, technically. But we will have that later. That is absolutely going to be a thing in the future. Because it's good. It's freaking good. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm messing up a little bit, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with some mess ups because overall doing all right. Wow. 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 Do 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 do. Do. Okay. And we're almost there. And by almost there, I mean like we're like within 8 inches. That's almost there, right? That's almost. That's almost there. I can dream. Wow. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Ah, yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. I'm making such interesting sound. Okay, now I feel like Link. Just, yeah. 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 all the gotta make all the silly little video game character sound effects, guys. Ugh. Okay, the thimble is absolutely helping. Bernadette was absolutely right on that one. Yeah. Is it going to be everyone bad-mouthing Ulysses, including Ulysses bad-mouthing himself? Oh, guys, I love character Ulysses so much. It was so funny when we added Connor to Fable. I sure rolled up to him and was like, "Do you have character thoughts already?" And he was like, "I had some things about like maybe like a farmer or a lad guy." And I was like, "What if he was Telkin? What if he was Telkin?" And then Connor was like, what if he was Telkin? And then we have Ulysses now, and it's great. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased I rolled up to Connor and was like, but what if Fishman, actually? What if he was a fish? I think he'd be fun. Wow. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Chat, we're like 4 inches. We're like 4 inches away. This is amazing. Do I know what happens to the end of it yet? No. But we'll find that out when we have to sew it all together. We'll find that out later. Making little sounds while crafting is part of the process. Tend to yeah. Okay, that's pretty funny. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. A cosplayer on TikTok there, Ulysses, is so good. That might be, is that Zahira? I think that's the Ulysses cosplay I've seen. I don't know if I've seen another Ulysses cosplay. If I have missed another one, like, let me know. Also, thank you for the raid. Hello, hello, welcome in, raider. Ow, that was my hand. Oh no. That was my hand. Ouchies. Ouchie, ouchie, no. Thank you for the hydrate, Tria. It's fine. I only mildly stabbed my thumb. I'm not even bleeding. It's fine. Okay, last little bit. Final 2 inches of this piece. Let's go. Then I have to do the other side. Woo! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, not the other side. Oofies. Okay. Yeah. 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 Wah. Okay. Okay, it's almost there. Oh my god, we're in like the final inch. We're in the final inch. Also, I sure have spent 2 hours doing this. Oopsies. But I'm gonna say we got distracted. 10 months on the birthday! Lethra Kitty! Thank you for the 10 months and happy birthday. Happy birthday. Y'all, I'm very excited that the merch is gonna be out in time for my birthday. My merch is gonna be out in time for my birthday, and I'm excited. Okay, let's see. Do 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 do. Do do do. Wah wah wah. We're almost there. Oh no, that was through both sides. No, no, not that. Okay, and with that. Boom! That. We'll just backstitch it. We backstitch. We must do the back of stitching. Yeah. Yeah. And boom! There we go. We did it, chat. We did it. This has been a very fun little chill stream, y'all. I'm very excited about it. There we go. We have this. We put that down, and we now have. Here, I'll even face cam the better camera. So that's the back side. This is the front side. All focus. Invisible stitching. There's a few little, like, you can see like a little pucker points every once in a while, but like overall. Very nice. This back panel will be going on. Okay, well, you won't be able to see it greatly because so Miranda and I are very different sizes. So her skirt is pinned funny so that it fits. But this back piece will be layering with this back piece like this. So we'll do that on the back. And then this part will go around the front. There. Ta-da! So. We have many more pieces. I'm still going hard. I have so much to do. The con is at the end of this month. But we made progress today. So thank you for making progress with me, chat. And I really enjoyed this one.